There's only a few times in history that a person comes into the world that it's possible to build a whole civilization upon him. Just sometimes the power of that person is just like so overwhelming. His ideas are so self-evident, so gripping that you just build a whole world on him afterwards. A person like that was like Moshe Rabbeinu. Another would be Socrates. People like that. And then there's like a lesser level that people that they highly influence the civilization, but they're not. The whole thing's not built dafka on them. That would be John Locke and Rousseau. Half the world is divided into, not half, but some proportion of the world is divided into countries that go with John Locke: freedom, democracy, human rights, like the Western world. Then there's the other half of the world, the Marx that were built under Marxism, but not really Marx, more of the inspiration from Rousseau about like the dictatorship of the people type of thing, and it's basically called Marxism. But Marx has already done the prime sin of becoming boring to people. So it really means it's the inspiration following Rousseau, basically. And where Marx falls flat, Rousseau inspires. So that's what I want to sort of say about Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu was a person he could build a whole civilization on. Just like when he came back from Har Sinai, whatever he was about, that's what Klal Yisrael became about. And the whole Western world also highly based on Moshe Rabbeinu. And to a large degree also Socrates afterwards. Somebody like the Rambam or Moshe ben Maimon would sort of be on that next level, sort of the next level down. Not somebody can build like a whole society on, but somebody that highly influences in a very good way the not just society, but rather civilization itself. What I'm trying to get at over here is about chasidut. Is that while Rebbi Nachman was a very great tzaddik, he's not really a person you can build like a whole civilization on. And that chasidut in general would be sort of problematic. In fact, it's almost impossible to even build one Beit Knesset on chasidut without it breaking off into splinters, 1,000 splinters after a while. Which one has the real das of the tzaddik and this type of thing. So the reason, one of the reasons for that is in Chassidut is one of the prime Achilles' heels in Chassidut is that it's anti-rational discussion. Somebody has like if you take reason and you just call it chachmot and there's no way of dealing with anything based on reason or critical discussion, maybe what someone's saying is like self-contradictory or okay, or maybe not, let's discuss it. Or maybe what they're saying there's evidence against it. Well, if you don't believe in evidence, in Hasidut, evidence is stories. It's not physical material evidence, and it's not logical argument. So a person has like a different idea or something, he thinks that's what the tzaddik meant, this other one thinks that's what the tzaddik meant. Well, then you make splinter groups, lots of splinter groups, and some time goes by, and then the splinters break off into other splinters. And in the meantime, they're trying to hide, hide that it's really all one thing. We're all one happy family. But eventually, like the cracks start showing, and people see that it's not so lovey-dovey after all. One of the problems with Hasidut is that it's a mental model that's different than that of Moshe Rabbeinu. Or the Rambam or the Talmud. One of the problems is that in the type of system that Moshe Rabbeinu brought to us, well, not lying is important. The 10 Commandments: don't lie, don't steal. This is morality. Hasidut tends to be anti-morality dressed up in morality. The morality of Hasidut is like honoring your parents, or not lying, or making an honest living every day. No, it's more like let's get those chilonim. It's like it's a morality of anger, of sexual guilt. It's a totally different type of morality, an anger, guilt-filled morality, rather than that of the type of Moshe Rabbeinu. The type of morality of Moshe Rabbeinu requires sacrifice to to tell the truth even when it hurts, to not steal, to make an honest buck. These are to honor your parents. First things that happen in the chasidut is, people get involved in that, and hey, honoring your parents. I mean, who heard of that? So you can't really build a society on chasidut, and in fact, that's the thing. If you take Rabbi Nachman or the great tzaddikim as personal advice, then you can build something. You can have. There's something gripping and powerful about what they say. They go into the deepest recesses of the id, and the self, in a most powerful way. But that's what they're good at. But to build on them a society or any type of even just a Beit Knesset is something I don't think that even they wanted under any circumstances. And they think it should be. They think that it tends to be that people read something like with Rabbi Nachman's books, and it's so overwhelmingly powerful that people think, well, then they'll get involved in Breslov, and that'll be representing that. But it's not. It's the exact opposite. It's like a Trojan horse. You hear a few good pieces of advice that are good for you, and then you get involved in something that that sort of takes away some type of power that takes away human decency from people. It's not very good. So it's good to avoid it. Okay, thank you.